The Nazca Lines. Etched into the arid plateau of southern Peru, these massive geoglyphs have stirred human imagination for decades. Some call them ancient messages to the gods. Others believe they're signs of extraterrestrial contact. And still, many insist they are simply an advanced expression of human culture. Early art and engineering merged into something timeless. But the truth, it remains one of the most enduring mysteries on Earth. If you love uncovering ancient puzzles, exploring lost civilizations, and diving deep into stories that stretch the limits of our understanding, make sure to like this video and subscribe. This is a journey you don't want to miss, spanning more than 450 square kilometers across the desert sands. The Nazca Lines are among the largest and most enigmatic works of art ever created. These are not just a few lines scattered in the dust. There are over 800 straight lines, 300 geometric figures, and at least 70 plant and animal designs. Some are as small as 30 meters. Others span nearly 400 meters across, large enough that the only way to fully grasp them is from the sky. From the air, you'll see a monkey curling into a perfect spiral, a hummingbird with needle-thin wings, a spider, a whale, and even what looks like a humanoid figure with bulging eyes and a raised hand, what some call the astronaut. But these weren't discovered from the air until the 1920s, when commercial flights between Lima and Arequipa began. Pilots were stunned to see these enormous drawings beneath them, etched so perfectly they looked machine-made. Ever since then, people have been asking, who made these? And more importantly, why? The lines were created by the Nazca culture, which flourished between 500 BCE and 500 CE. These were sophisticated desert dwellers, experts in agriculture, irrigation, pottery, and textiles. They lived in an unforgiving climate, one of the driest places on Earth. Yet they thrived, and more than that, they left behind an astonishing legacy. To create these lines, the Nazca removed the dark iron oxide-coated stones from the desert surface, revealing the pale yellow clay underneath. The contrast made the designs stand out starkly against the surrounding terrain. Because the region experiences little wind or rain, the lines have remained remarkably preserved for over 1,500 years. No mortar, no fences, no foundations, just lines in the desert. Yet, they endure. Archaeologists believe the Nazca used a system of wooden stakes and ropes to maintain proportion and direction. Several stakes have been found at the end of lines, carbon dated to the same time the Nazca civilization thrived. This suggests planning, geometry, and a deep understanding of scale, especially impressive for a society without aerial perspective. It raises an interesting question. If they never saw the full designs from above, how did they know what they looked like? Modern experiments have shown that it's possible to recreate large-scale figures on flat terrain using only basic tools and careful measurement. But the real marvel isn't just the method, it's the motivation. What drove them to carve such enormous symbols into the earth, ones that couldn't even be seen in their entirety? Was it ritual, religion, astronomy, communication, or something else entirely? Let's explore the theories. The most widely accepted theory is that the Nazca Lines had a ritual purpose, closely tied to water, a sacred resource in the harsh desert climate. Many of the lines appear to point towards sources of water, subterranean aquifers, or ancient irrigation channels known as puquios. The glyphs, then, may have been offerings to the gods, especially deities of rain and fertility. Some archaeologists suggest that the Nazca would walk the lines in ceremonial processions, praying for rain or thanking the gods for a successful harvest. Anthropologist Johann Reinhard has proposed that the lines were part of a broader religious landscape. According to his theory, the Nazca believed in mountain deities called Apus, who controlled water and weather. The lines may have been symbolic pathways connecting sacred mountains to places of ritual importance in the valley below. Walking the lines may have mirrored spiritual journeys, but not all lines point to mountains or water sources. Some align with the rising or setting sun at the solstices, hinting at astronomical functions. Maria Reiche, a German mathematician who dedicated her life to studying the Nazca Lines, believed they formed a massive celestial calendar. She mapped out lines that aligned with star positions and solar events, and argued that the Nazca used these geoglyphs to track time, seasons, and celestial cycles. Skeptics argue that some of these alignments may be coincidental. After all, with so many lines spread over such a large area, some are bound to match celestial paths by chance. Yet, the precision of certain shapes, the exact spirals, angles, and symmetrical animals suggests an understanding of something deeper. Whether it was cosmic or symbolic, the intent seems deliberate. Now let's talk about one of the most provocative ideas, that the Nazca Lines are connected to ancient extraterrestrial visitors. In 1968, Erich von Däniken popularized this theory in his best-selling book, Chariots of the Gods. He suggested that the Nazca Lines were not ritual paths, but landing strips for alien spacecraft. The humanoid figure with large eyes and a helmet-like headgear. To von Däniken and others, that was no god. It was a visitor from another world. The lines, they claimed, were messages, navigational beacons, or proof of a lost contact. While there's no scientific evidence supporting the alien hypothesis, it has captivated imaginations worldwide. Ancient alien-style documentaries, video games, novels, and movies continue to stoke the idea that something more than human effort lies beneath the desert sands. But if not aliens, then what about lost technology? Some theorists have proposed that the Nazca were more advanced than we give them credit for, that they may have used primitive hot air balloons or kites to view their work from above. A small model of such a balloon was successfully built and launched by researchers in the 1970s, using only materials available to the Nazca. It soared to several hundred feet in altitude. Could it be that the Nazca had the means to briefly fly and view their art from the sky? Even if they didn't fly, the Nazca were remarkable engineers. Their subterranean aqueducts still function today. Their textiles and pottery reflect advanced dyeing techniques and symbolism. The idea that they could orchestrate massive, precise geoglyphs without needing to see them in totality isn't so far-fetched when you consider their other achievements. Let's shift perspective. The Nazca Lines are not the only geoglyphs in the world. In Chile, the Atacama Giant spans over 100 meters across a hillside. In Britain, the Uffington White Horse is carved into chalk bedrock. In the southwestern United States, Native American geoglyphs also exist, though smaller and less numerous. Across the globe, it seems that early cultures had a fascination with creating shapes meant to be seen from afar or above. Why? Some anthropologists believe geoglyphs served as territory markers, religious symbols, or even a way to connect communities across vast spaces. But in every case, they demonstrate something profound. Early humans had a sense of scale, of landscape, and of time that we still struggle to understand. They thought not just in days or years, but centuries. What's perhaps most incredible is that we're still discovering new Nazca Lines even today. With modern technology like LiDAR scanning, drone mapping, and satellite imaging, archaeologists have uncovered dozens of previously unknown figures, some only a few meters wide, others buried beneath centuries of dust. One of the most exciting discoveries came in 2019, when Japanese researchers identified over 140 new geoglyphs using artificial intelligence. These included snakes, birds, fish, and human-like figures never seen before. Some are older than the classic Nazca Lines and may date back to a precursor culture. Others seem hastily drawn, possibly created in a single ritual night. What else lies beneath the desert, waiting to be revealed? And what about the cultural impact? The Nazca Lines have entered the collective imagination. They've been featured in films like Indiana Jones and cartoons like The Simpsons. They appear in novels, conspiracy theories, music videos, even fashion. Their mystery fuels tourism, but also raises questions about preservation. As the region faces threats from climate change, illegal mining, and careless visitors, protecting these fragile designs becomes more urgent than ever. In 2014, a Greenpeace protest accidentally damaged part of the hummingbird geoglyph by walking over its edges. The resulting backlash sparked global outrage and reignited discussions about conservation and respect for sacred sites. So where does that leave us? The Nazca Lines are more than just drawings. They're a bridge between past and present, between the human and the divine. Whether they were messages to the gods, walking paths of ritual, calendars carved in earth, or simply artistic expressions, their existence challenges us to think bigger about time, about scale, about meaning, and maybe, just maybe, about our place in the universe. So, what do you believe? Were the Nazca Lines a gift to the gods, a cosmic calendar, signs of ancient visitors, or something else entirely? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this deep dive into one of history's most captivating mysteries, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future explorations. There are countless secrets still waiting to be uncovered, from the depths of the Amazon to the frozen tundra of Antarctica. The past is full of whispers, and we're here to listen. Until next time, stay curious.